I've got news for you.
We're the two teachers. Welcome to CitizenView,
where citizens come to talk.
Say this week with NFL lockout now resolved, everyone's talking about legitimacy. Andy, no more important word when you assess government than the word legitimacy.
Well, political legitimacy is the belief that government has the right to rule. I guess if we're talking about NFL officials, what became a big question was, did those replacement officials have the right to make the rules or interpret the rules during NFL games?
Sometimes we confuse that with authority. A title like referee gives you the authority because the rules say that official or referee will make calls in the game. The replacement refs had the authority. The question is, did they have the legitimacy? Andy, historically, legitimacy has been found in divine right of kings, some sort of transcendent deity. The gods gave us legitimacy. Or maybe in the role of a monarchy or a dictatorship, it was force. But here in America, here in a democracy, legitimacy is found in the consent of the governed.
Legitimacy is a psychological thing. It is a belief. And John Locke really was the revolutionary in the idea that people should believe that government has the right to rule if people have consented to give up their power to the government. That's the social contract, the idea that people give up some of their rights and freedoms to government officials who make the rules and govern for us.
But in addition, Andy, even just to electoral results, let's say the President of the United States engages in some foreign action. He might say, I'm the President, I can do that. Remember, Richard Nixon got into trouble when he was asked, hey, how do you rationalize some of your behavior? And he said, I'm the President. He had the authority. The question is, did he have the legitimacy? Legitimacy not only found in the consent of the governed, but in the laws that we have. But sometimes, Andy, you're right, in the personality of the office holder.
Well, yeah, just because you write something down, just because the data says something is, doesn't mean we have to feel good about the Seahawks beating the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football. And that's the beauty of the rule of law. The idea that not only have we written our laws down in a constitution, well, a lot of countries have. China has a constitution. Russia has a constitution. Iran has a constitution. But do those words matter? And that's the rule of law. Does the government hold itself accountable to those laws? That's rule of law, where no one's above the law. Or does government use those laws to essentially dictate their will? That's what we see in authoritarian governments in rule by law.
We're talking about a very important concept, and that is legitimacy in government. We've learned it with the NFL this week, and Andy, with their lockout, they lost the consent of their fans. We'd encourage them, as we did here in this country, to keep lock in. It's the consent of the governed that provides the greatest amount of legitimacy. We're the two teachers, and this is CitizenView.
No fancy words, no fancy suits.
Plain talk about issues you need to know.
Just in time.